Sweaty sack summer is approaching, so I'm told.
We've all had it.
The kings of crotch comfort have got you guys sorted. Look at that. Pants. They're actually boxer briefs.
They've got a good smell to them naturally as well. I've already worn them. I just knew you'd do that.
Oh, that's good.
All over the gusset.
Oh, that's lovely. Now, imagine this, guys. You're out on a date. You've been sitting there for a little while. You're thinking to yourself, hey, I need to let these people know I have a fresh set of balls. What do?
Show them, flash them the manscape.
Flash the old manscape.
You don't have to, just to be clear, we are not advocating any
Flashing.
form of...
Yeah, there's no need to show someone a penis.
Don't expose yourself. All we're saying is,
Yeah.
if you want to lift up the little bit and just go, what, this?
Yeah.
What?
You go,
fresh.
Manscaped.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes men can actually look after their ball sacks.
Yeah. If you guys have already got the Lawnmower 4.0 and now you want to house what you've shaved in beautiful packaging, get these. These are called the Boxers 2.0. These guys love numbering things. They'll fit your legs in, because if I do that, and if you just see that my friends is comfy for any buttocks. We're wearing them on our heads because that's how comfy they are.
Very close to me right now.
Very close. And that's why we feel just that comfortable. Have you ever met someone who'd be happy to put underwear on their heads?
I did it a lot when I was young. To be honest, it was the sort of my thing.
That was your thing. Anyway, you guys can get 20% off and free shipping using code, that's right, TRUE, TRUE, all capitals, at manscaped.com. Go over there and take a look right now.
I don't think we need to sell this any more than we already have.
Yeah.
If you don't want to buy them now, beats me.
Once these touch your sack, you'll never go back.
And they don't ride up your crack.
Anyway, back to the content. Did you see that Anthony Joshua clip?
Yeah, AJ was getting some shit off some uni students saying about ducking Tyson Fury or something. So he just was like, I'll crack your fucking jaw. And you won't like it. It's like...
No, I get that.
I really rated it because, I can break down an Anthony Joshua fight and say where I think his strengths and weaknesses are and make the odd joke. But I'm under no illusion. The man deserves respect, big time. And if he's around you... But this is the thing is, if you've never been in a boxing gym before, I guess like these skinny little uni students had.
Yeah, we haven't.
You probably don't understand what he's gone through in order to get to the point he's at,
But he did duck Tyson Fury.
Well, I think he wanted to fight him, but he ended up fighting Usyk, who beat him. AJ is actually game, to be fair. I think
he seems that way. Yeah, but
he's the real deal, AJ. I credit him for that. Like, he's a fighting man.
Do you ever think, though, there is a bit of a strange thing about going up and threatening skinny little guys?
I think I think he was doing them a favour, in my opinion. That was like, as a big guy, even I've had a few little moments where it's not about you're doing them a favour. You're going, you do know, like, you keep pushing this, it's going to be bad for you. And sometimes I think with today's generation of lads, there's not enough of them who've had a stiff bang in the face, as Adam McCullough says, which is bang on, and they set their lip off, you know what I mean? And, and that's why there's a lot of scared kids out there using knives and shit like that, and there's now more people trying to get people into boxing and
Muay Thai or BJJ.
Well, because you learn respect and discipline and learn not to fuck with people who could fuck you up. Like,
there is definitely, and that's what I'm saying, is this hyper reality definitely plays with the boundaries of what respect is. Like, if you watch our podcast, you watch Logan's podcast, you watch a lot of people's podcasts.
Remember when Logan nearly flipped on that kid?
Yeah, that was strange as well.
There's a moment where shit gets real, where you realise you're not on the other side of a screen, like you're not reacting to a video.
Also, that you feel that person is so famous, they've got so much to lose that they're never going to do anything.
Absolutely, because, and then that's where the mistake lies as well.
That's what Anthony Joshua definitely. He went, no, this public image thing, I don't fuck with it, and I'm like, huh?
No, like he's the worst person to fuck with. There's a really aggressive alpha male there.
Do people obviously also forget what happened before for him? Like, how aggressive he was. How
he wasn't.
Not always nice in this way. Like his image. The reason he doesn't say very much, I'm sometimes not sure whether he trusts himself to say the right thing sometimes, or like to be in the right headspace.
Exactly. He's media trained. I think he dealt with it perfectly, because if he didn't want to be If he wanted to say something, he said it. He didn't go in there swinging for the fences. Some fighters would have done.
No, I get it.
I think they got lucky that it was AJ, in fact, because AJ is a bit of a savvy businessman and is of all the meteoric rises I've seen, AJ has handled it possibly one of the best. Like, if you compare that to Conor McGregor, who was punching an old man for giving him some lip, bit different. AJ with a group of young lads went, yeah, I'll break your jaws and you won't like it.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Imagine if one of them went, no, I'd like it, go on.
But I like the payout. But
you kind of got that for the rest of your life. You can go, Anthony Joshua broke my jaw.
This is the thing, it wouldn't be worth it. That's the thing.
Right.
Like, it really would hurt. And it wouldn't be worth it. But that's the stupidity in some young men today, that fearlessness. It's like, fear is a very good thing. Fear is what keeps you safe, is what stops you from doing dumb shit like challenging Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever. Yeah.
Like, I might make jokes about fucking certain fighters or whatever, but, I'm not stupid enough to say certain things in their fucking company.
Also, jokes have a time and place, and very much, I think if someone arrives on a YouTube video or whatever it is, you're very much expecting to have an evaluation.
Yeah, and it's entertainment.
If it's labelled like evaluation of fight, it's not like Anthony Joshua is turning on and going, this is going to be a love-in for me.
But there is a difference, and when the man's in your vicinity, you have to give him a different kind of respect, because we're not here entertaining people right now. You're around me.
Yeah. And that becomes different then.
And it's like Jake Paul, who was giving Tony Bellew a bit of jokey banter and saying, I don't know who that guy is. And Tony Bellew said, like, we bumped into each other and he shook my hand and said, I do respect you. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about. Is like, as
two-faced.
But as a man, you get that. Like, he's just playing the game. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
there's
Jake
a difference
Paul's
between
also
me as a YouTube guy playing the game and having a bit of fun, and making your joke about a fighter, but in person, it's like, mate, come on. Of course, I wish I was someone who had that career. I wish I was a world champion. I wish I'd done what you've achieved.
Well, it's also not only that. Like, Jake Paul in that situation has got. I know it's weird because very often you can boil being an alpha male down to, can this person knock this other person out, right?
I mean, that's literally what it's all about, deep down.
Deep down, right? And I feel like I'd have a shot with some of these guys. But like, the point is, with Jake Paul in that situation is actually the alpha, because he walks in, he's got the profile, he's doing big things in boxing right now. Bellew would probably want to be involved in some of those things. I think Jake.
In terms of business, do you mean he's
in terms of business,
not
he's
in
the
terms
alpha.
of the fighting?
Yeah. And so he can tell Tony, it's just me doing the game. But if Tony did want to take exception to it, he could do that, and then he becomes the alpha. But Tony essentially knows, no, Jake's got in a powerful young position here, and I need to respect that in a sense.
Yeah, and when you challenge another man, like I've had, I remember a story, when I've challenged a bloke before. It was a very rich man who thought he could talk down to me because I was working for his company.
Yeah,
and I quickly let him know that meant nothing to me. And
we all walked away perfectly fine.
And the dynamic changed immediately. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's a bit like, I always like the scene in Batman where someone's talking down to Bane about, I've given you all this money, I've done this, and he goes,
oh yeah,
and that somehow gives you power over me.
I think he twists his neck and kills him.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, and I always like that, because that's the thing, is like, unfortunately, one of the worst things about social media and the false confidence this young generation has is that
it's not only young generation. No, there's 30-year-old men that have messaged me like, "You need to sort your head out, mate. You need your chin spinning." You're like, "Do I? Please do go on."